What if this very moment, this now that you're experiencing, is actually an illusion? For over a century, physics has told us that a universal now is impossible. But what if that's only half the story? What if the reality we can't see operates by a completely different set of rules? This is really the core question, isn't it? We all feel it, the sense of a present moment that's happening for everyone all at once. But is that feeling just a trick of our perception? Or could it actually be pointing to a much deeper truth? For about 100 years now, the official answer from physics has been a firm no. Thanks to Einstein's relativity, we learned that whether two things happen at the same time completely depends on who's looking. It's all relative. But a new line of thinking is suggesting maybe. And it all comes down to one absolutely crucial distinction: the difference between reality itself and our limited view of it. And this brings us to a classic idea. You've probably heard it before: the map versus the territory. A map is incredibly useful, right? It helps you get around. But you would never confuse the paper map for the actual mountains and rivers. Well, the theory we're digging into today suggests that Einstein's relativity might just be the most accurate map of our perception ever made, but it's still not the territory of actual reality. Now, to be super clear, this isn't about saying Einstein was wrong. Not at all. His theories are brilliant at describing our perspective. The critique is that his work models the world we see, the world of events and measurements, not, and this is the key quote, the real complete machinery behind this view. It's not describing what's running under the hood. So here's the crucial point, the trap we've apparently fallen into. We've started to confuse what we can measure with what is actually real. Our science has become so focused on observation that we might have mistaken the limits of our rulers and our clocks for the fundamental limits of existence itself. To really get this, let's take a word we use constantly and just pull it apart. The word is event. We see the universe as a series of events, a glass shattering, a light turning on. But this model says, hold on, an event isn't some fundamental little Lego brick of reality. Instead, an event only pops into existence when an observer, that's us, creates a distinction, separating ourselves from the seamless whole. Okay, so that's a pretty big thought. If our entire perceived world of separate events is just a construct, just a projection of our perspective, then what's really out there? What is the territory, not the map? While the alternative hypothesis is that beneath our messy, chaotic world of different speeds and separate things, there is a universal machinery. It's a fundamental layer of reality that's unified, whole, and operates in a way that is just stunningly simple. That's it. The entire machinery of the universe changes at just one single constant speed. And right away, this gives us a totally new and frankly much more intuitive reason for the cosmic speed limit. Why can't anything travel faster than light? In this model, the answer is kind of obvious. The speed of light isn't just some random speed limit in the universe. It is the speed of the universe itself changing. Of course, nothing can move faster than the machinery itself. So, how do we get from that simple foundation to the complex world we see? It's basically a three-step process. First, you have the fundamental machinery, this seamless whole changing at one constant rate. Second, perspective is born. This is the key moment. An observer, like us, makes a distinction, creating a sense of me and not me. And from that single act of separation, boom, step 3, the world of events appears. A world with countless separate things moving at all sorts of different, slower speeds emerges as a projection, an artifact of that perspective. Okay, so with this whole new model of reality in our back pocket, we can finally circle back to our original question and propose a new definition for now, one that actually allows for absolute simultaneity, that very idea Einstein's model had to throw out. Let's just put these two views side by side. The conventional view, Einstein's view, is based on observing events, which makes simultaneity relative. It all depends on your frame of reference. The proposed view, though, is based on the underlying state of space itself. This makes it absolute. And here's the kicker. It doesn't need an observer to be true. So what is a simultaneous moment in this new framework? It's not about two distant explosions happening at the same time. It's the coexistence of everything in space as a single, unified state. Think of it like a single frame in the movie of the universe. That complete, instantaneous snapshot of the entire fabric of space, that is now. The biggest takeaway here is this profound challenge to how we think about what's real. It's asking us to seriously consider that our experience of the universe is just one slice of a much larger and probably much stranger whole. So let's just nail down what this all means. First, the relativity of now might just be a feature of our perception, a rule of the map, not a fundamental law of the territory. Second, this means a universal now could actually exist, a constant ticking of the cosmic clock, even if our event-based science can never directly measure it. And finally, this whole idea challenges that core belief that what is measurable is all that is real, suggesting there's a reality out there far richer than our instruments can ever show us. You know, this really suggests a new direction for science. The goal shouldn't just be to make better and better maps of our own perspective. The real goal should be to use those maps to figure out the nature of the hidden territory, the underlying reality that creates our perspective in the first place. And that just leaves us with a final, tantalizing thought. If a universal now can exist, completely hidden from our measurements, but maybe logically necessary for the universe to work at all, what other fundamental aspects of reality are we completely blind to? What else might exist just beyond our view?